Ladies and gentlemen of the UCW community, today marks the dawn of a whole new era here in UCW. Not only do we have a new championship belt, it is also being held by a new champion, the elite champion of UCW, and that is the one and only Forza. You're probably wondering, why are these four men standing behind me? And I'll get to that. You see, back at the Overboard pay-per-view, there was supposed to be the Overboard match, a 30-man over-the-top rope challenge, where the winner would receive a main event title shot at Final Destination, which is just 2 months away now. So we're running out of time to crown that number one contender, as the Overboard match was canceled due to a power outage. Well, I'm here to announce that the number one contender for the UCW Championship at Final Destination will be crowned at next month's pay-per-view, No Escape, where there will be not one, but 2 elimination chamber matches. The first will feature the new unified Hardcore International Championship. That title will be up for grabs, as I figured, with twice the gold, you're going to have to put your money where your mouth is, Ghost, and defend against twice the competition. The second chamber match will crown us the number one contender for the main event at Final Destination. And how will we determine these 6 superstars? Well, first of all, there are already 2 superstars who have taken spots, that being the champion, the Ghost, and X5, who has racked up 2 victories over KBM and has earned himself a spot in the chamber match. However, that leaves 6 spots in the number one contenders chamber match and only 4 in the Hardcore International chamber. So what I've decided to do is we will have 6 qualifying matches. Whoever is victorious in those 6 qualifying matches will compete in the number one contenders chamber match at No Escape. However, whoever loses will be placed, or should I say, will have an opportunity to be placed in the Hardcore International Championship. And don't worry, these aren't just any Joe Schmo superstar on the roster. I've chosen 12 of UCW's top superstars based on their performances in the last number of months. However, since there are only 4 slots remaining in the Hardcore International Championship chamber match, that means that there will be 2 superstars who lose their qualifying match for the Contenders Chamber that will not be able to compete in the Hardcore International Championship. So, it'd be better to win your match. That way, you'll have a guaranteed match at No Escape. However, you're not guaranteed a shot at the Hardcore International Championship. Now, as for the 4 men standing behind me, the first being Forza, the UCW champion, he will be defending his title at No Escape against the former champion, Nicholas Colt. Now, as for the 2 superstars in the corner, that being Jesse Sullivan and Nightmare, they both will have an opportunity to qualify for the number one contenders chamber match. Now that leaves the man to my right, Colin Watson. He and his tag team partner Shane Cooper competed in the tag team title match, a hard-fought bout against Chris and Drake Savior, and although they did wind up losing that match, they're still at the top of the tag team division, so they will be getting a number one contenders match for the tag team titles in the next couple of weeks. But as for tonight's show, I'm here to announce that Jesse Sullivan will be going one-on-one with Xander James, and Nightmare will be challenging Demarcus Hardy, and both of those matches are qualifying matches for the number one contenders chamber match at No Escape. So let's go ahead and kick off the show with our first match. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97 and welcome back to an episode of WWE 13 Universe Mode, and we're here with UCW, of course, Wednesday Night Wipeout, and we've got some tag team action going on right here to kick off the show. We have the newly crowned UCW Tag Team Champions, the Disciples of The Disciples of Darkness, the Savior Brothers, whatever you want to call them, the team of Chris and Drake Savior. And just want to let you guys know, I made one mistake here. It turns out that the two teams competing in this tag team match have the same entrance, but I will get that changed for next time. Yeah, my bad. But anyway, so they will be taking on the team of another brother tag team. Ah, that rhymes. Another brother, get it? Alright, anyway. So, okay, enough of the unprofessionalism. We have not the Savior Brothers, we have KBM and CSM. And KBM, we've known that the past 2 weeks, not including Extreme Apocalypse, the past 2 weeks, KBM has, well, not, the first matchup wasn't a one-on-one contest, but he and X5 took each other to the limit in that 4-man battle royal. Came down to them in the final 2. X5 ended up winning that battle royal, and then they went on to have a bit of a rematch, grudge match, I guess you could say, the next episode, the last episode of Wednesday Night Wipeout, which would have been 2 episodes ago in this Universe Mode series, but X5 also got the victory there. However, since KBM, he put full effort in that match, they put on a pretty good show, so KBM getting another shot here, this time with his brother CSM, and now coming off that tag team matchup where the Clique lost their tag team titles. The Clique, of course, the team is Shane Cooper and Colin Watson, who we saw earlier along with the Sledder earlier on here tonight. They had that blockbuster announcement, but now we have our new tag team champions, and that opens up the tag team division once again, and KBM and CSM could be looking to capitalize on that and possibly get a tag team title shot for the No Escape pay-per-view, which is, of course, next month. And now what is this? KBM with a bit of a submission hold here. He's got a label lock locked in on Drake Savior. And speaking of Drake Savior, he came from behind. He was down 2-1 after Chris Savior had been eliminated, and Drake Savior managed to eliminate his 2 opponents. First Shane Cooper, and then it came down to Colin Watson and Drake Savior. And Drake Savior had enough left in the tank to put away Colin Watson and got his team the tag team titles. So that's a pretty impressive outing for Drake Savior at the pay-per-view. And a nice back suplex there by Chris Savior. And into the cover, a bit of an arrogant cover there. And a quick kick out by KBM. But speaking of the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view, we've got a new UCW champion who we also saw earlier on with Sledder, Forza. And it looks like we've also got a new title. So, a bit interested to see where that situation leads. But yeah, we kind of did need a new championship, I'm going to be honest. Not because of the design or anything, but just because, you know, the old one kept glitching out. It always had the black strap instead of the white strap, but I guess in the eyes of Sledder, there was some sort of, I don't know exactly why he wanted to change the title, what he found wrong with the other championship. Nice springboard crossbody there by Chris Savior. Maybe Forza also had something to do with that, but regardless of the reasoning, we have a new UCW championship and a new UCW champion, so we'll have to see when Nicholas Colt will get that rematch for the title later on down the road. We also have to worry about Nicholas Colt possibly sustaining a concussion at the pay-per-view in his match against Forza. The back of his head came down off the chokeslam. The back of his head caught the edge of the table, and we believe he may have sustained a concussion. Doctors are still looking over Nicholas Colt. They haven't really come to a conclusion yet, but we do believe there is some sort of an injury there. Whether it is a full-blown concussion or not, I guess we'll have to find out hopefully by next week. I'm sure we'll know by next week whether what the severity of the injury is, but a nice tag team maneuver there. Poetry in motion, I guess you could say, there from the Brothers of... these are not the Brothers of Destruction. The Savior Brothers, as a nice combination there from Drake Savior's. KBM looks like he's going to need to tag out here pretty soon. He's been in this matchup since the beginning. Nice neck breaker there to Drake Savior. And it looks like that's exactly what KBM's going to do here. And indeed, he does make the tag into his brother CSM. And I assume that would be their initials. I've never actually known why exactly KBM and CSM have just their initials. Or not just their initials, but just the initials. I'd assume it has something to do with their names, but anyway. So now CSM into this one here for the first time is here. Nice Hurricanrana whip by Drake Xander. Nice Hurricanrana. No, more of like a head scissors. Not really a Hurricanrana, but a nice drop kick off the top rope there. As Drake Xander seems to be getting fired up there. Nice kick to the face of CSM, and now here's Drake Xander with a nice moonsault. But with that big announcement earlier on by Sled, we now know that there is going to be not one, but 2 Elimination Chamber matches at the Extreme Apocalypse, or at the No Escape pay-per-view, which is, of course, the last pay-per-view leading up to Final Destination. And we also found out that because of the Overboard match's cancellation, if you don't remember, there was a power outage in the arena the night of the Overboard pay-per-view after the final matchup. Right before the Overboard match, there was a power outage, and we were unable to get that matchup underway. So we weren't able to determine who would get that main event title shot at Final Destination. But now it appears as though we finally found a solution, and Sledder has this big blockbuster setup here going, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. But Sledder, he's got this new setup now. We're going to have 6 qualifying matches to determine, of course, the 6 winners will be competing in the Elimination Chamber to crown the #1 contender at Final Destination. So whoever wins that one will be having a UCW Championship match in the main event of Final Destination. But the question is, who will the UCW champion be at the time? Because we know Thurm, his suspension is up tonight, so we'll hopefully be seeing Thurm getting back into the fray in the next couple of weeks. We've also got Nicholas Colt with his rematch clause. Then, of course, the champion Forza, as Chris Xavier unable to get the hot tag there. But we know that there will be 6 matchups, and not only that, but whoever loses still has an opportunity to get into the second Elimination Chamber match, which is for the new unified Hardcore International Championship. Still trying to come up with one giant name for that title, maybe. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to try now because it's just probably going to sound stupid, but with Ghost defeating Richard Thompson at the pay-per-view, the titles were unified, and Sledder now believes that Ghost, he's got twice the gold, so he should be defending against twice the competition, hence getting the Elimination Chamber matchup, and a nice kick out there by Chris Xavier. But with that being the case, it's not just that you lose and you're automatically in, because we found out that not only will Ghost be competing in the Chamber, but X5, with his 2 victories over KBM in the past couple of weeks, that he will be getting, or that he's already secured a spot in the Chamber as well. So that means we've only got 4 spots left in the Elimination Chamber match for the Hardcore International Championship, whereas we'll have the 6 qualifying matches. So that means 2 superstars, unfortunately, are not going to qualify for that, for the Hardcore International Championship Chamber. But here's the cover by KBM off his finisher there, and 3, and KBM and CSM with a big victory over the tag team champions. And if these 2 are trying to make a claim, try to make a name for themselves in this tag team division, try to make a claim for those tag team titles, this is definitely a big way to get yourself going in the tag team division with a victory over the champions. So that's a big victory here for KBM and CSM, and it should help boost their rankings in that tag team division. Sledder, I've got a bone to pick with you. First, you put me in that stupid match against Jam at Extreme Apocalypse, and now you want me to try and qualify against another one of your corporate goons, Jesse Sullivan. Well, I've had enough of it. I'm done. I'm fed up with you running things around here. So, you know what? Screw your match with Jesse Sullivan. I want you one-on-one at No Escape. Put us inside the chamber. Bring your cronies outside of the ring as lumberjacks. I don't care. But I want you one-on-one, and I want my company back. Xander, calm down. There's no need to be this unprofessional. And you're one to talk about being unprofessional. Look at what you've done since you've run this company. You're trying to take over, just like you did in Veterans of the Ring, just like you did in WXW. And I've had enough of it. And welcome back now, as that was a very interesting development backstage. Xander refusing to compete in his matchup against Jesse Sullivan here tonight, so I guess that means Jesse Sullivan's going to automatically qualify for the Final Destination matchup. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. We'll have to see what goes down, what Sled decides to do about this development, but Xander, Xander doesn't want to have an opportunity to qualify for the main event at Final Destination. No, instead of a title shot, he wants a matchup against Sled for rights of the company. So we'll have to see if that does go down, but that would be, I don't know, with how Sled's been running things as of late, he has made some questionable decisions, and although Xander had made some questionable decisions in his time as owner of UCW, I don't think they've been quite as controversial as Sled's. Sled has made a couple questionable decisions, or not questionable, but controversial. One being, the biggest being the return of Forza. Not only that, but when Forza did return, he was almost immediately placed in that main event scene, and he went on to win the title at Extreme Apocalypse. I had a brain fart there. So maybe there's some sort of conspiracy going on there. Maybe there's some conspiracy theories floating about. We'll have to see what the board of directors has to say about this. Or maybe this will just be a not a matchup, but maybe this will just be an issue settled between Xander and Sled alone. But anyway, we'll have to see if that goes down. That'd actually be something I'd like to see, because, Sled was just kind of given. He was given rights to the company, and Xander really didn't have any say in it. No matter what decision Xander made, it was just kind of, the position was swept out from underneath him. So, he never really got, I don't know exactly what to say about it, but we'll see what goes down there in the next coming weeks. Anyway, right here, we have a qualifying match for the main event chamber, or the number one contenders chamber match at No Escape. And of course, Demarcus Hardy, we know him. He's been competing. He had a matchup against Xander James 2 weeks ago. Then he had a matchup against Jam, which he was victorious in. But I don't know, Nightmare. I'm a little shocked at this. That Sled apparently, I don't know if Nightmare is supposed to be another one of Sled's quote-unquote henchmen. Might be a bit of a conspiracy theory here. But, with some of the superstars that Sled has kind of handpicked for this kind of thing, it seems like Nightmare is just being kind of thrown into this position. So, I don't know. It's a bit shocked to see Nightmare in this role, that he'll actually be getting an opportunity at the main event, when really, he did get a tag team title match with the other Nightmare at as the Dirge Ministry back at the BioResilience pay-per-view, but that was a while back. We haven't really seen much of the Dirge Ministry since then. And in case you wonder why the name the Dirge Ministry, that's the guy who created him. His name is Dirge, so Dirge Ministry, it makes sense. Now you're all caught up to speed. But anyway, I don't know, Nightmare seeming to kind of get the benefits of working for Sled, just being immediately thrown into this matchup. And does he deserve it? I don't know. I don't know if he really deserves it, but the fact is that he's here now, and he's got to go one-on-one with Demarcus. So this won't be an easy task for Nightmare, I'm sure. He's going to have to go through Demarcus to get into this chamber match at Final Destination. Or, at No Escape, I should say. But anyway, this is interesting matchup to say the least. Demarcus Hardy was, of course, the former international champion. Lost it way back when at BioResilience to the now hardcore international champion, the Ghost. And Ghost has never lost. He hasn't lost that championship since he won it from Demarcus. So Ghost has been a pretty successful champion. So definitely no pushover. So it's no wonder Demarcus lost the title. Not to discredit Demarcus' abilities, but the Ghost has definitely proven that he was worthy of that title. And now, as you can see here, nice face buster from Nightmare. Drink break. Alright, sorry about that. And now there's a nice axe handle clothesline, and he follows that up with another one. And once again, a face buster from Nightmare. So a nice combination of maneuvers there by Nightmare. It's been Demarcus since the beginning of this one. Demarcus has maintained control for the majority of this match. Is now a nice kick out by Demarcus. And Demarcus Hardy with a bit of a taunt there. And now a nice clothesline into the corner. Nowhere Nightmare could go for that one. And now here's Demarcus. Measuring him, he's got him by the head there. And a nice elevated DDT. And I think Nightmare's busted open. Okay, I see a few drops of blood on the mat, but it's hard to tell with that. It's hard to tell with that red face paint. And now Demarcus mocking Nightmare right there. And now he connects with that Twist of Fate style finisher. And now hooks the leg. One. No, Nightmare kicks out. So I don't know. I guess we'll get to see a little more out of Nightmare here. I was kind of expecting that to be it, but Nightmare proving that he's got more left in the tank. He's got more than we'd give him credit for. And now back in control, slamming Demarcus Hardy shoulder first into the steel ring post. And oh no, if Nightmare's going for what I think he's going for, Demarcus, you might want to get out of the way. Full speed. Oh my gosh, what impact there from Nightmare. Running full speed right into the face of Demarcus Hardy. And now Demarcus trying to fire back with some punches. His kick got caught in a nice belly-to-belly from Nightmare. And not exactly sure what Nightmare's doing here. Oh, looks like he's going to uncover this announce table here. We had to know that would be coming at some point. And now Demarcus Hardy placing Nightmare up onto that announce table. And now he's got him up here. Oh, what a DDT right through the announce table here, right in front of us. Demarcus Hardy with a nice DDT to Nightmare, putting him through the table. As now Demarcus Hardy, I mean, he's got him on the outside, can't pin him out here. So if he does want to finish off Nightmare, he's going to have to get him back into the ring, as he's doing right now. Nice chop right to the chest, and a big boot to the side of the head. And now Demarcus picking up Nightmare here. And, oh, what a nice one-handed backbreaker. And now hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Demarcus Hardy is victorious, defeating Nightmare in this one. And it did take 2 finishers to put him away, so not to discredit Nightmare here, but I mean, he has been out of action for a while, and I mean, to just immediately be handed this kind of an opportunity, I don't know if this is exactly the best situation for Nightmare, just kind of getting thrust into this match against Demarcus Hardy. And while it definitely was an opportunity for Nightmare, because he still potentially could get in the Hardcore National Championship match. And so that was how I defeated Nick Correa. What the hell are you doing in my office? Well, Mr. Sledder, as I'm sure you're aware, my suspension is up today. And I figured now that I'm back, I want a shot at your UCW champion, Forza. And why am I supposed to give you a shot? Well, if you want to prove that your champion is the best superstar in UCW, you'll let him face me. Because deep down inside, you and I both know that you have too much pride to let him be the champion unless he is the best. And you know that I am the best. So if he can beat me, then you'll know he's the best champion. But until then, you have no way of knowing. Alright, Thurm, the main event of No Escape is now a triple threat. You're in. But now that you're back, that does give me an idea. So tonight, in the main event, you'll go one-on-one with your other opponent at No Escape, Nicholas Colt. Well, Thurm is definitely back, folks, and right away making an impact, going right into Sledder's office with that. And we got another confrontation here, and things are not going Sledder's way by the looks of things so far here tonight. Is first off, we had Xander skipping out on his match with Jesse Sullivan, so now Sledder's got the looming threat of Xander James potentially in a match at No Escape. And not only that, but Thurm, that's classic Thurm right there, taking a bit from his buddy Demarcus, bringing out that couch. That'd be more from superstars, or not superstars. It'd be more from people who are in UCW to understand the couch thing. But you know, Demarcus in the past would just cut random promos on a couch. Is really all I can say about that. But what? Okay, I was looking away for a second, but oh my gosh. Demon Douglas has returned. That was kind of poorly sold on my part. I was looking away. I got distracted, but now I keep wanting to say Demarcus. Demon Douglas back here in UCW. And, you know, forget my reaction that I or should I say the lack of one. But this is a big return here in UCW. Demon Douglas, he carved quite a path of destruction for himself way back about a month ago, maybe closer to 2 months almost. But he had, of course, his title match with Nicholas Colt for the UCW title back at Overboard. He was unsuccessful, and he kind of disappeared since then. We have not seen Demon Douglas since that matchup against Nicholas Colt. He did have quite a strong showing there, and he had the upper hand on Nicholas Colt for a number of weeks, but Nicholas Colt was victorious in the end, and Demon Douglas just disappeared. He seemed to have that loss kind of broke him, as he's got a bit of a new look here. He hasn't cut his hair since then, by the looks of things. And yeah, so Demon Douglas is back now, and Ryan's actually putting up more of a fight than I would have given him credit for. Surprised Ryan Mitchell didn't run away from this one, but I mean, with the potential opportunity of becoming the #1 contender for the UCW title in the main events at Final Destination, that definitely is looming here, as this is a qualification match for the chamber match, the #1 contenders chamber at Final Destination. And I mean, so far Ryan Mitchell putting up pretty good fight. Demon Douglas, of course, he has been out of action for over a month, almost 2 months, so he does have a little bit of ring rust as expected. But I mean, Demon Douglas, it's a bit of a shock to see him back. We haven't seen him in a while, and it was interesting how he just kind of disappeared off the face of UCW for a while after his loss to Nicholas Colt. He just kind of left and did his own thing. I don't know exactly where he's been, but evidently he hasn't gone to a barber since then, because I mean, that hair, it's just all up in his face. It's amazed that he can even see anything. But Demon Douglas now dropping an elbow, well, 3 elbows onto the chest of Ryan Mitchell, and now maybe Demon Douglas can get back into this thing. But as I say that, a nice drop kick from Ryan Mitchell. But from what we've seen in the past, Demon Douglas can withstand punishments. Nice shining wizard there, knee to the face by Ryan Mitchell. But like I was saying, we've seen in the past that Demon Douglas can withstand plenty of punishment. So, I don't know. I don't know what kind of a chance Ryan Mitchell stands in this one. But I am amazed that Ryan Mitchell's had so much offense in this matchup. Speaking of Ryan, I mean, like, you know, Ryan, the way he's been kind of on a downward spiral ever since losing the International Championship, or the Hardcore Championship, way back at the Overboard pay-per-view, and he lost it in the Fatal 4-Way to Richard Thompson. And then, of course, he lost his rematch, lost the match with Max Bell at Extreme Apocalypse, as my cat would shut up. And now Ryan Mitchell now getting thrown into this match against Demon Douglas. I mean, Ryan Mitchell couldn't possibly prepare for this. However, Ryan is doing a pretty good job at keeping Demon Douglas back on his heels here, as Demon Douglas now just beating away in his chest. But I am a little shocked that... Sorry, my cat kept clawing at my closet, so I had to throw a ball at him or something to distract him. And now, as we can see, Ryan Mitchell with that finisher, the elbow drop off the top rope, right to the heart, or right onto the heart of Demon Douglas. Now into the cover, 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. Demon Douglas survives. And now a nice drop kick right to the face. And once again, Demon Douglas beating away at his chest, as, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of frustration being shown there by the Ghost. As now Ryan Mitchell maybe trying to go in for another cover here. Hooks the leg. Not even a 1 count. Demon Douglas immediately kicking out of that one. And then connects with a nice uppercut right to the face. And now dropping the elbows here. And connects with the third right to the chest of Ryan Mitchell. And now Ryan Mitchell back up to his feet here with a nice counter. And now punch right to the face. And he follows it up with a second one. As Ryan Mitchell now looks like he's measuring for yet another finisher here. And this time he's going for the Impaler DDT. This is what won him the championship. And he connects right there, and that's got to be it. Demon Douglas, second finisher in, drops right on his head. 1. No, not even a 2 count. What is it going to take for Ryan Mitchell to put away Demon Douglas, let alone get a 2 count? And Demon Douglas, nice reverse twist of fate there onto Ryan Mitchell. And now driving that knee right into the lower back of Ryan Mitchell, and that is definitely going to sting. Getting, right to the lower spine of Ryan Mitchell, and now he takes him down with that, like a reverse Death Valley driver, and now a double leg drop there. Maybe a bit low there, but now it is Demon Douglas who has gotten control of this one. And he plants him right on the back of his head, hooks the leg. One, but a kick out by Ryan Mitchell. Is Ryan Mitchell, he's got to be in complete disbelief. And with Ryan Mitchell, he's just had the worst luck ever since losing the title at Overboard. He's already hit 2 finishers. Oh my God, what an uppercut by Demon Douglas. And once again, just beating away at his chest there. But Ryan Mitchell, what more can he do? He's hit him with 2 finishers and not even able to get a 2 count. I don't know what Ryan Mitchell has to do, and he hasn't really gotten much offense since that second finisher. Now he's busted open off the face crusher, and now gets planted right on the back of his head with that reverse hurricanrana. And now Demon Douglas hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Demon Douglas is victorious, getting the win over Ryan Mitchell. And this definitely changes the playing field for that chamber match to crown the #1 contender for Final Destination. And Ryan Mitchell getting carted away on a stretcher here. Demon Douglas will have none of that, just punching away right at Ryan Mitchell. How disrespectful is this? Demon Douglas beating away at the injured Ryan Mitchell here. And what a brutal assault there from Demon Douglas on Ryan Mitchell. And Demon Douglas, I guess that proves that he can not only take punishment, but he can dish out enough to get himself the victory and then a little extra. But anyway, let's move on into this next matchup between, as we can see coming down to the ring, your new undisputed Hardcore International Champion, The Ghost. And we have to wonder who he'll be facing tonight, but we do know that he will be defending both championships, that new unified title. I'm still debating whether or not I should convert them into one single belt or how that should work. But anyways, he'll be taking on X5 here tonight, and we know that these 2 superstars will be competing in the Elimination Chamber at Noah's. Excuse me. That these 2 will be competing in the Elimination Chamber at No Escape. And since there will be 2 chamber matches, one, of course, being for the #1 contenders for the Final Destination main event, but these 2 will be competing for that undisputed Hardcore International Championship doohickey, whatever we're going to call it now. And we know that there's going to be 4 other superstars who have an opportunity to get into that. Could be any of the 6 superstars who lost their matchups, who failed to qualify for the #1 contenders match, or the #1 contenders chamber match. But from what we've just seen, I don't know if Ryan Mitchell is going to be one of the superstars. He might be out of the running completely after that assault from Demon Douglas. He was already getting carted out on a stretcher, and then just get attacked afterwards by Demon Douglas. I guess we'll have to see what the severity of Ryan Mitchell's injuries may be, and Demon Douglas's attack afterwards might have done anything worse to those injuries. But anyway, now let's get into this one here. The Ghost 1-on-1 with X5, a nice scoop slam right onto the arm by the Ghost. And X5, the first contender that we know in this matchup, or in the chamber match at No Escape, as X5 got not 1 but 2 victories over KBM. The one being a hard-fought finale to the 4-man Battle Royal 2 weeks ago on UCW, so it would have been 3 episodes ago. And then the week after that, he had a 1-on-1 rematch with KBM, and X5 got the win there as well. So X5, with his 2 victories over KBM, got himself, he'd qualified, earned himself the spot, the first, or I guess the second spot in the chamber. Of course, the first belonging to the champion himself, the Ghost. So this could be a big opportunity here for X5, not only to build some momentum leading into that chamber match, but also to get a victory and bragging rights over the champion. As, the Ghost, he's just been on quite a tear since winning the title back at Brazilians way back in May. But even since then, this past couple of months, Ghost has just been on a tear recently, defeating the likes of Caesar and Overboard. He actually had a matchup against Thurm. He had a very strong showing. I believe he got a victory over Nicholas Colt at some point. I mean, Ghost has been placed in several high-profile matchups, and even if he hasn't won them, he has managed to come out of the match with a strong performance. And not only that, but he also defeated Richard Thompson, who was also on quite a tear since his debut, one of the fastest rising superstars, quite possibly the fastest rising star in this universe mode. And the Ghost was able to shut down Richard Thompson's momentum and win his second championship. So now Ghost now that he's got twice the championships, he's gonna twice the gold, he's gonna have to defend against twice the competition. And right now it looks like X5 really bringing the pain to. What, did I really just say that? X5 on the attack here with the offensive in the early going of this one. And ooh, nice counter here from Ghost into a spine buster. So now Ghost maybe trying to get back in control of things here, as X5 has been doing a pretty good job, obviously stepping up his ability and actually getting featured in the past couple of weeks. I know there were a lot of superstar. I don't know why my voice just keeps like cracking. Not like getting high pitched, but it just keeps like breaking. Like I don't know what's up with that. But anywho, see, it just did it again. But X5, one of the superstars in UCW who weren't really getting featured, and when I started out with UCW in this universe mode, I think I got like way too many superstars when I originally started, because I think I had up almost close to 40. I wasn't quite 40, but I had a pretty high amount of superstars. It was kind of hard to keep up with, and plus I wasn't that great at booking, I guess, because I mean, some of the matches really never got a lot of build, and then plus with the whole storyline, it just took away more time from UCW superstars. But since the Overboard pay-per-view, I've managed to include more superstars into this series, and I've also downsized the roster a little bit. I got rid of a few extra superstars that I either wasn't using or were being used. And you can probably take a guess at who some of those superstars have been. I know some of the superstars I just kind of fed to other guys in squash matches and then never used them again. Some I just took out completely. And then, ooh, nice RKO there from X5. And now could be going into a cover here, and he does. One. No, a kick out there by Ghost. This is going to take more than one finisher to put away the undisputed hardcore international blah 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 champion. And Ghost, like I said, he's gone the distance plenty of times. Ooh, a nice half Nelson neck breaker from X5. Now it looks like Ghost is busted open, and X5 repeatedly pounding away at that cut. But look at Ghost kipping right back up to his feet, only to get hit with another neck breaker from X5. And now X5 dragging away from the ropes, hooks the leg. One. No, another kick out there from the Ghost. As now, I believe Ghost might have been trying to go for his finisher there, but he got caught. And now counters X5 with a nice spine buster. X5, though, quickly getting back up to his feet here. I mean, what a victory this would be for X5. X5 hasn't had too many matches overall in this series, let alone has he won them. And this would be a very... well, actually, as far as like X5 and a lot of the superstars that I had been using and that I'm trying to bring up a little more now, was that just kind of guys getting randomly featured in those Battle Royal type things with a 4-man or a 6-man Battle Royal. And originally, some of the superstars were supposed to, I don't know, maybe get a moment in the Overboard match, but of course, circumstances would not allow me to execute that match. THQ, WWE13, you know, the game just not loading, and that never happened, so they're gonna get built up the old-fashioned way. And X5 has been doing that. Just get some good victories, go out there and put on a good match, and you will get opportunities there. Nice diving senton. One. No, another kick out by the Ghost. And, of course, we're still working with that 1 count glitch here in 13, so not a whole lot of 2 counts. I mean, the 2 counts do come around, but they're very rare, so normally there's a lot of kickouts at 1. As now the Ghost has X5 by the arm, and now nice shots, a double shot there to the arm of X5. One to the elbow. Now nice drop kick to X5, as here's Ghost now trying to get back on the offensive once again. Nice Hurricanrana whip, sending him right into the ropes. And now here's, looks like he set him up here for a single leg Boston Crab, but X5 too close to the ropes, and that is going to force a rope break. So now X5 can use this opportunity to take advantage, get back in control, and we're got a bit of a stalemate here, back and forth, counter after counter, getting each other back into different grapple holds, and now X5 is going to take the advantage with a nice neck breaker. And now dragging Ghost into the center of the ring for the cover, and another kick out by the Ghost. And now X5 got him up on his shoulders here, and he connects with the F5. I don't know if that is a specific name or not, but anyway, into the cover, 1, and another kick out by the Ghost. That one surprised me. That was the second finisher by X5, but Ghost looking to prove a point here, I guess. And now, once again, back with that single leg Boston Crab. This time, X5 trapped in the center of the ring. And I don't think a rope break's going to be as easy, but he does manage to escape the submission hold there. So, Ghost, once again, showing his endurance. Another kick out there. And, I don't know, but Ghost, you can't just be a punching bag. You're going to have to get some offense. As Ghost has had a little bit, but it's been X5 in control of this one for the majority of the match. And now X5 maybe looking for a third finisher right here. And here we go. He's measuring him now. Looks like he set him up possibly for that jackhammer. And he connects, planting Ghost on the mat. 1, 2, 3. And Ghost falls victim, or should I say defeated by X5. I don't know, falls victim. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but X5 with a very big victory here over the hardcore. Oh, here comes Amazing X. Amazing X, Ghost's tag team partner in Armageddon. And now from behind, Amazing X taking advantage of X5 here, just stomping away. And what a vicious attack from behind by Amazing X. And Armageddon, what the heck is that? Armageddon standing tall here tonight. And although they got the loss, or although Ghost was defeated by X5, Armageddon stands tall. And now coming down to the ring for our main event of the evening, it is Nicholas Colt going one-on-one with Thurm, as announced earlier by Sled. And Nicholas Colt cannot be too happy coming off of the loss of his UCW championship at Extreme Apocalypse to Forza. And we believe Nicholas Colt could have possibly sustained a concussion in that match. The doctors still have not confirmed anything, but I guess we'll have to find out whether or not he has sustained a concussion. I don't know. Some of the symptoms, I guess, they haven't really been able to give a definitive ruling on his condition. I don't know if maybe Sled could possibly be behind this, but again, that is just more conspiracy theories, I guess. So now coming down to the ring, returning from his suspension. It was about a month ago from today. I think it was actually 3 weeks ago that Thurm was suspended, and his suspension lasted up until Extreme Apocalypse. So now that the pay-per-view has passed, Thurm has returned now to the UCW roster, and he's back in the ring here. And he's going to be going one-on-one here in our main event contest with the other man standing right across from him in the center of the ring. It is Nicholas Colt versus Thurm, one-on-one here tonight. And this should be a matchup for the ages here, as Nicholas Colt, the former UCW champion, and Thurm, the former UCW heavyweight champion. We never really got to have some sort of a unification match between the two, but now that Thurm is back, he's made it clear that he's gunning for that championship. He's looking to be the top man on the roster once again. And Nicholas Colt, I mean, you'd have to think that Nicholas Colt, he was the champion up until Extreme Apocalypse, so Nicholas Colt could very well have been the top guy, and you have to think he was the top superstar on the roster. But now that Thurm is back, He's looking to reclaim his spot at the top here in UCW. And this could be a matchup to prove who is the top superstar in UCW. And although neither of them holds a championship, definitely the top good guy in the company, I guess I would say. But Forza definitely also in the running for the best superstar in the company. But alas, he is not here to compete tonight. He did not have a match earlier, and he will not have one later on, as this is our main event. No more room for another match. But it's very interesting how after the grueling match at Extreme Apocalypse, Nicholas Colt is forced to compete here tonight against Thurm, whereas, Forza just gets a comfy seat back in the locker room to watch the show play out. He doesn't have to compete. Once again, could be another conspiracy theory, but I'm just saying. So now here we go. Nice chop block there from Nicholas Colt. So I got a drink. Had to get one. But anyway, nice counter there from Thurm. He caught the kick and then connected with one of his own to the back of the head. And now a nice flying Mayonora. I guess I could call it a Hurricanrana, but that specific one, I remember that because I use that move a lot in WWE 2K14 when you play some ranked matches and people try to run spam you all the time. And and if you don't have enough time to actually get up the counter for the move, then that usually works. But nice flying clothesline over the top rope there from Thurm, sending both superstars to the outside. And now Thurm with a bit of a, could you really call that an inverted figure four? I don't know exactly what that was, but a nice, and of course the vintage cartwheel there from Thurm. But a nice stalemate here back and forth between these two superstars. Looks like Thurm, though, may be beginning to gain the upper hand. But no, Nicholas Colt with some nice counters. And he sends Thurm into the barricade, almost sent him into those steel steps there. But Thurm runs right back at him with a spear and now drops an elbow right to the sternum. And now we're at a 6 count here by the referee. Thurm sending Nicholas Colt back into the ring. And now an elbow right to the face. And he follows it up with a leg drop there. As now we're at an 8 count and messed up there. Did not mean to grab the steel steps. That's now a 9 count. Thurm gets back into the ring. And a nice drop kick to the back there by Nicholas Colt. As Nicholas Colt, don't know exactly what he was doing. Looked like maybe trying to catch the attention of the fans there. Trying to fire up the crowd. And that little distraction must caught him off guard. And a nice drop kick from behind. But now it is Thurm who's placed up there on the top rope. And here's Nicholas Colt. Oh my gosh, what a powerbomb-ish move off the top rope there. And now Nicholas Colt with a nice drop kick right to the chest. So Nicholas Colt showing a little bit of power there in the corner. And following up with a little bit of speed as well. And for whatever reason, that move never hits. I don't know why, it just never does. But now Nicholas Colt with a single leg Boston Crab locked in on Thurm. And Thurm is nowhere near the ropes here, so he's just going to have to fight out of this one himself. And that is exactly what the former UCW heavyweight champion does. But Nicholas Colt back to his feet. He takes him down with a drop toe hold. But now it's Thurm with a kick right to the face, not letting Nicholas Colt keep the advantage and stay on the offensive. So now it is Thurm. Nice drop kick, sending Nicholas Colt to the outside, to the floor. And now Thurm went for a swanton there, but didn't quite get all of it. In fact, I think he barely got any of it. And now, oh, nice rotating kick there to the side of the head. And now drops an elbow right to the lower back of Nicholas Colt. As now Colt once again thrown back into the ring. And Thurm stomped right to the gut. And that one was clear. That one was not. That one wasn't a low blow. That one was clear that it was above or it was with it. I don't even know how to define that. But, and now, here we go. Nice maneuver there off the top rope by Thurm and into the cover, but a kick out by Nicholas Colt. And I know the name of that move. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But anyway, nice takedown there by Thurm. And now Thurm measuring him by the head there. Nicholas Colt trying to get back up to his feet, but a scissors kick right to the back of the head. And Thurm taking a moment, trying to fire up the crowd in his favor, as the crowd just sort of back and forth, don't really know who to cheer for in this one, or who to root for, I should say. Obviously, they would cheer for both. And a nice back neck breaker from Thurm. And now just stomping away at every open body part of Nicholas Colt. And now right to the face of Nicholas Colt. And Thurm could be looking to end it here. And now he's got him up on his shoulders. And he takes him down there with that, anyway, into the cover. 1, 2, no, kick out there by Nicholas Colt. So it's going to take more than one finisher to put him away. And, yeah, I forgot. I said I was going to look up a name for that, and I didn't. And that was how many episodes ago? So, yeah, that proves how lazy I am. But a nice neck breaker there off the top by Thurm. Into the cover once again. And another kick out there before a 2 count by Nicholas Colt. And I think I know what's doing this to my voice. It's because I normally don't drink Gatorade before I do my commentaries, but we just got some the other day, and I've been drinking it right after I get home. And that could possibly be doing some of that, because I'm not really, it's not like I really need it to replenish anything right now, because I wasn't like, I mean, I was walking home, but I wasn't like using too much energy or anything, so usually it'll like dry out my throat when that happens. So into the cover 1, and no, Thurm kicks out. So yeah, that's probably why, and I apologize for if my voice acts up, and if I sound kind of weird. But anyway, into the cover off the amateur wrestling takedown, and no, Thurm kicks out. That was pretty close to a 3 count there, but Thurm manages to kick out. And now here's Thurm. Irish whip, pulls him back into a nice spinning roundhouse kick. And now off the top rope, hits him with a swanton, hooks the leg. 1, no, another kick out by Nicholas Colt. And now Thurm, Irish whip, no, he pulls him back once again into a hurricanrana. Nice move on the part of Thurm, but a counter by Nicholas Colt as Thurm was looking for something, but now here's a small package roll-up. 1, no, another kick out once again by Nicholas Colt, and he walks right into that C4, shades of when Thurm defeated John Morrison. 1, 2, no, another kick out by Nicholas Colt. What is it going to take to put this man away? And anyway, in case you're wondering why I was able to bring up John Morrison and not the other storyline, is because John Morrison was a UCW superstar at one point in time, so I am free to mention his name, unlike some of the others. So, yeah, if you weren't around for that storyline back before 2K14, then you're gonna be confused. So, just take a look back at. I don't know, just take a look back at the Overboard episode and watch the main event, and you'll understand why I can't talk about that. But wait a minute, look at Nicholas Colt, look at the bravado as he takes Thurm down with Thurm's own finisher, the thermal bomb, the brain buster, and Thurm could get put away by his own finisher, and no, Thurm manages to stay alive. And speaking of the C4 and John Morrison, what poetic justice that would have been if Thurm had been defeated by the thermal bomb right there here tonight on UCW Wednesday Night Wipeout, but alas, that did not happen. And now Thurm looking to work on the leg of Nicholas Colt here, and this is definitely a strategy that Thurm tends to utilize, as he likes to work the legs of his opponents, try to pick apart that body part, and just work on it, try to find a weakness in his opponent. And if they don't have one, then he'll have to create one himself. And now Thurm with a nice running clothesline, taking Nicholas Colt down from the apron and to the floor. And now ducks a clothesline attempt from Nicholas Colt, now just kicking away right at the upper thigh of Nicholas Colt. And now Thurm, counter by Nicholas Colt, sending Thurm right into the barricade here. And now Thurm recovers his composure, gets off the barricade, and now referee at a 5 count. Thurm getting sent headfirst right into the steel ring post there, and that staggers him. Referee at a 6 count now. Thurm manages to get back to his feet and gets back into the ring here. And now an Irish whip pulls him back once again into that roundhouse kick. And now here's Thurm. Nice hurricanrana, taking down Nicholas Colt. And now he picks him up here. And now looking to roll him up here for the win. 1, no, another kick out by Nicholas Colt. As Thurm, he's had opportunities. He has caught Nicholas Colt off guard, but Nicholas Colt manages to regain his composure and get out of it. And now Colt has him in the corner here, and now just punching away at the side of the head of Thurm, maybe even the forehead. And now Nicholas Colt What's he doing here? Maybe looking to... I don't know what he's trying to think of here. Oh, this is going to be painful for Thurm. Boot right to the face, right across the face of Thurm. And with all that built-up momentum by Nicholas Colt, definitely amplifying the impact. And now Nicholas Colt setting him up here for that T-bone suplex. We don't see that too often from Nicholas Colt, but it is a key move. It is a key move in his arsenal. And now into the cover, hooks the leg. One, two, no, another kick out by Thurm. So now it is Thurm back on his heels here. Nicholas Colt with the offensive. And Nicholas Colt, maybe it would be a good idea to go for his own finisher this time, as the thermal bomb didn't work. Thurm takes him down here off the top rope with that neck breaker. I don't know what else to call it. And Thurm here could maybe be going for the thermal bomb. And yes, he's got it. Got the arm up. And look at the strength of Thurm just powering Nicholas Colt up there and connects with the thermal bomb. And somehow the brain buster busts people open. I don't understand how that works. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. No! Whoa, Nicholas Colt stays alive. I'm shocked. I seriously thought that was 3. But Nicholas Colt manages to dig down deep and kick out of that one. And now here's a moonsault off the top rope. Now what is it going to take to put away Nicholas Colt? Thurm has hit him with just about every move in his arsenal. Well, maybe a second thermal bomb will do the trick. Maybe that's what Thurm has in mind here. Oh, but he's doing his vintage cartwheel first. And Nicholas Colt's just out on his feet. I think that might have just been instinct for Colt to kick out. I don't think he might be out of it. And now into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and this time Thurm, with the thermal bomb, does manage to get the victory. And, you know, like I said, Nicholas Colt, if he has some sort of concussion-like symptoms, could very well have been on autopilot there at the very end. Just instinct that he kicked out. But a great match. Great respect from these two. Thanks for watching. Keep on YouTubing.